come free with the duck and an eagle shooting the breeze. From paintball fields to campfire fun, you know the rowdy talk's just begun. Now kick up your feet and pour a glass. We're about to have a blast. We're the rowdy ones. We're the rowdy ones. The rowdy ones.
We are back. We are back. I saw you. You got a little jive on. You were dancing a little bit, you know.
Can you see me during that?
Oh yeah. If you
really?
Yeah, so it's funny if you have it in the non-full screen, you can see everybody and how they react as it's
cool.
Loading in. Yeah.
That's sweet. I bet you got some good reactions. You're like, oh nice, they like it.
Yeah, it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch.
You know, Ryan's the songbird of our generation.
He is. Look at him. Look at him go. If only if
What's
he
up,
wasn't
man?
playing paintball. Not much, brother. Yeah, dude. Welcome. First off, welcome everybody. As you can see, I have the great Ron the Don D's on here. And we just wanted to hop on and chit-chat about the Battle of Hoth big game that we just played a couple weekends ago. It was great. Also, before we get too deep in it, I do want to give a few shout outs. Shout out to the Hell Pigs for the chili cook-off. That was a great time. Great food. Really appreciated you guys put that on. Ronnie and I got to judge that. We'll get into that here in a little bit, though. And then also everyone that comes up and says hi, you know, Tay, Junebug, Nat, Dave, all those guys that show their love. And, you know, it means a lot. So thank you. But let's dive into it, dog. I had an interesting flight in, and I thought it was going to get really interesting that day. We had like a backup plan, contingencies.
Yeah.
Oh,
you want me to get into it?
Dude, lay into them with it.
I mean, for the people who, well, first of all, during that weekend, the Battle of Hoth, if you guys don't know, Battle of Hoth at Blastcamp is based off of the movie Empire Strikes Back, which is a Star Wars movie. For you Star Wars fanatics out there, you know what we're talking about. For the people who aren't, it's basically like a big battle that they have like in the dead of winter. And it's like super cold. To go fitting with it, Blastcamp hosts it obviously in the winter. And there was a huge snowfall like on the horizon the day of. So Hal was flying in and we were getting hit with it because it was going to migrate towards Hobart, Indiana. And we were just like, oh crap. So basically we had a plan. Like if it was too ridiculous, like the snow, we were just going to run around the city and do whatever, you know, like we were kind of just going to like plan a whole day, a tourist day for Hal, but luckily he flew in and, you know, it was nice. And, yeah, I mean, the following day was beautiful. Like
perfect.
The best weather. Yeah. It was literally perfect. Snow. Yeah. Like the snow was perfect powder. Here I am talking about it. Like, it's like we were like skiing or snowboarding. But the weather was just sunny the whole time and like 20 something degrees. So Hal and I had a big plan of how we were going to layer in our strategies and you know, toe warmers and hand warmers and electronic base layers. Shout out to Steven Smith for giving me his. You know, we had like gloves on deck and which gloves to wear first and how many layers. And JT Paintball sent me some playing hoodies. And yeah, it was a great time.
It was money, dude. No, it was funny. We were talking about it for like a week and a half, trying to figure out how to layer, what's the perfect amount, like where are we going? I never got cold. You know, I got you were like, dude, you got to get some Gore-Tex shoes. I said, okay, let's do this. And so I got some Gore-Tex mid-top Adidas's with the Primaloft insulation in it. Money. What was crazy, even with a mid-top, we had 3 to 4 inches out there. It was awesome. And what was funny though, is it would still get in to the shoe.
Yeah.
And with those alpaca socks and like my feet were wet at the end of the day, but my toes get cold. That's the first thing that's going to get cold. They were warm all day. It was so good.
Yeah. I mean, we could have probably utilized waterproof socks. My issue with waterproof socks is how sweaty my feet get.
Yes.
You know, like I got a pair and I'm like, man, they're so sweaty though. Like,
yeah.
And it's like with the way that the the day went, my feet didn't get cold until the very end, where like, I mean, we were what, how many hours in? 6 hours in, you know?
What, 10:30 to like 4?
Yeah. So we were a full day in, and finally I'm like, okay, I'm finally like, my feet are finally cold, you know? So we did it proper. I had the Solomon Gore-Tex shoes on. So for all you guys playing big games like Gore-Tex or just some, I mean, some people wear boots. I just don't like the mobility in boots.
Mhm,
So getting like a waterproof shoe,
mhm.
uh,
Yeah.
yeah, waterproof shoe has like been game changer for that stuff. But other than that, yeah, I mean, so weather aside, we pull up and I mean, it was a great time. Also, I have the vlog coming out of this. Hopefully, I mean, I might be able to get it done and out Saturday, but I'm most likely it's going to be out next Monday. So
Yeah.
I don't know
Sick.
when the vlog's come. It's probably going to be out by the time this episode comes out, but um,
Night. Probably not.
I'm not sure. When are you releasing this? In 2
2
days?
weeks. 2 weeks.
Oh, 2 weeks. Oh, no. Yeah, my vlog will be out before then, is what I'm saying. So
Yeah, so go check it out.
yeah, go watch it so you can see the live and direct action. But yeah, I mean,
Dude,
talk more in depth about it. Hal and I have been looking forward to playing the big game. We're going to try to play more big games all over the US, and this one was huge. I mean, we played a lot of the Blastcamp ones,
yep.
and shout out to Virgil for letting us come and rip it there. It's always a good time. So the community there is awesome. The plot of the game was just like the movies, where the Empire always outnumbered the rebels.
I was gonna ask you to hit on this. You already are. Lay it on them.
Yeah.
Tell
Yeah, I
tell
mean,
them
yes.
tell them how it went when we showed up.
So Chad from Red Feather does a great job with the stories, and this one being Star Wars. A lot of people seem to gravitate towards the Sith and the red side, the red team,
Empire.
the dark side, the first, I don't know what, the Empire. What do they
The
call it?
Empire.
Empire, yeah.
They're the Empire.
Yeah, sorry, I went on a Star Wars binge like the last month, and
That'll mush
it's
your
like,
brain.
yeah, it's like
so
the First
much.
Order, the Last Order, the Empire, the Sith, like
Yeah.
the Republic. So it's just a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, so a lot of people love to decide to, I don't know what it is. They love to be evil.
Well, when you pre-register for these events, you get to
Mhm.
choose what side you want to be on.
Correct.
So can you enlighten me with some numbers when we first
Well,
started?
okay, yeah. So initially we were going to be on the red team, the Sith, because as much as in the movies, I love like the story of the
Rebels.
the rebels and stuff. Like I
Mhm.
just like the vibe of the Sith.
Yeah.
They wear all black. They have red lightsabers.
Mhm.
They're just cool. They're just cooler.
Yeah. It's
They're badass.
aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, for at least me. So
Yeah.
fast forward to that. We started the game, and I don't know what it is, but we can never be on the box when the game starts. We're just always dicking
Dude,
around.
yeah.
And we're going fast. Like we need to
Dude,
show up. It's not even like going there geared up. It's going there pre-registering, getting your paint, chronoing your guns, filling up your pods. Like we got to be there. We got to be on it. Like we need a pit crew for this,
Dude. Well, the problem is like people, and I love it though. That's the part I love about this is people come up and they're like, hey, and then you're talking and then you chit chat with them. And then you're like, crap, I still am not ready yet. And you're like, I have got to get ready.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I got to roll.
We're both pretty social butterflies, especially you.
100%.
So.
Yeah.
But here's the thing with you, Hal. You were on it when it came to filling the pods. You were on top of it.
Oh, dude, I was ripping and gripping.
Yeah, 100%. And I tried to do the best I could to stay hydrated that whole day, because when the cold, you just forget to hydrate. And then I just peed about 173 times. So it was a mission to take off all those layers, take a piss.
Dude.
But yeah, so the game started, and from my understanding, and these are rough estimates of numbers, the red team had 92 people.
Yeah,
and
what
the rebels
have?
12. So if you guys could imagine, and it's like, some people are like, yeah, it's a big game. You guys, you love that. You'd love to be on the 12, especially as like competitive players playing in like the NXL. It's like, yeah, dude, we get to gunfight all these people. It's just completely unreasonable when you are spawning in and there are just people surrounding your base. Like you're just getting cooked as soon as you're into the mix.
Yeah.
So we have to like fight our way out very, very slow and sneakily. And it's not like you could just like gunfight everyone. There's just way too many angles and people, and there's too much ground to cover. So you have to like you have to clear out areas by winning gunfights and then like moving like one bunker. Because you got first strikes on the cross. You got people with like machine guns, like just torching a doorway that you're trying to go through. It's too much. So once we got to get a little bit of map control, we were able to push people back when we needed to. But yeah, I didn't realize the numbers were that off until I heard the numbers. But I did realize it when I was looking around going, where is our team?
Yeah. And it's like, these guys just keep coming. Where are they coming from? I was like, oh, good Lord.
And it's really fun to, exactly. You're like, I can't, this overload, right? But my thing is, it's really fun to like get into the game, like get into the missions or get into like clearing or just, get a little mob. You had a little squad and go clear out buildings and shoot people and take some of the ground. Like all that is a blast, so.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. We started it off. What did we start off with? Like 6 pods?
I think we went out there with 5 or 6, and then you started carrying more later in the day. I just stayed with 6, I think. I don't think I carried.
Yeah, I started carrying more just to be like ammo guy,
Yeah.
Bringing in the extra because I was like, whatever, dude. We need it if we're this outnumbered. And
For sure.
But it was funny. So we got into that first building, right? And we weren't real late, right? We weren't real late. It was you, me, Chris. No, not Chris.
Who's
I don't know
Chris?
where I got Chris from. I don't know.
You're making names up, dude.
I am.
Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken was out here with us. That would actually be sick. I'd be down. But but no, so it was you, me, Jackson, Nick, Omari.
Yeah, Omari, yeah.
Yeah. So we had 5.
And Silas kind of ran with us occasionally until he had an incident. But yeah, like he was with us a little bit.
Yeah. When we'd holler at him and be like, yo, get with us. We need help.
Yeah.
And so it was funny that so you and I, everyone is behind you and I. And I'm like, Ronnie, we need to clear this building, push this up. Ronnie's got some great footage of it when we're rolling through this first building. And we might have been like 3 minutes from the start. And I know what happened this time. Omari's gun was having issues and everyone was trying to help him fix his marker.
Oh, okay.
And then
you and I cleared out a section, and on my vlog I show us clearing it out. I wish there were people in there because that would have been badass.
We would have juiced them.
But we cleared this building out, and obviously Hal's been through a lot in his past careers. So being able to like just kind of go through a building with Hal, like it's just intense. It's intense, So
it's funny. I pointed it out. Like I was telling you how you work a doorway when you go to clear a door, when you come up to that intersection. And like I was, where your hip placement's at is where it's very important for your body rotation and when you're clearing it in perspective to a door frame. Sure. So, in the video, you see that and you see me like my stance opened up and I'm smooth walking across, and it gets wild, right? Whenever you see someone do that and you're like, oh, this is something, it's something you never would have thought of, right?
Sure.
And then you and I are mobbing through this. We're clearing out the rooms, the stalls, like there's stalls in this one building. And we're like clearing the stalls as we go through. And then we get to the end and absolutely all hell broke loose.
Yeah.
Like it got rowdy really quick.
Yeah. I mean, we're just trying to hold it down, and I think the biggest thing is like the moral of the big games are just like get a group of people together. And if there's a big game within the area, or if you guys are willing to fly or drive somewhere, like just go participate in them. They're really fun. In the sense of just playing the game of paintball. Now, do I prefer it over like speedball? No, not at all. I think speedball is more fun to me, and it's more official and it's more intense. But
Mhm.
you know, to just kind of like immerse yourself in that game, you know,
Mhm.
especially because I'm a big
I
Star
see
Wars
it.
fan.
Yeah,
Especially because I'm a big Star Wars fan. It's uh it's just it's different world, you know.
it is.
And it's
It
for the community.
it has. I would say a big game has its time and place.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those deals where you get to go out and there's not a ton of stress, and you get to go
I
out
don't
and have.
know.
You're right. You're
There's
right.
times I'm more stressed
Oh,
sometimes
I
playing
hear
big
your pitch.
games.
I hear your pitch and your voice kick up, and I'm like, oh, he's in trouble.
Yeah, dude. Sometimes I'm like, dude, there could be people. There's people behind me, and I don't know what to do. And I'm like, I'm hiding behind the stick, and I'm like,
Yeah.
great, I'm screwed. And they don't see me. I'm like, oh, great. I don't want to shoot my gun because they're gonna know I'm right here, and I'm gonna get lit up.
And so what was fun was when we set up in this first building, we pushed all the way through and we cleared it, right? We get to the end. There's a doorway on the right in these 3 rooms to
Yeah.
the left, and there's another doorway on the left hallway. So Ronnie and I take up position in this room to the right, and we get centered up, and we're like, they're all on the right side. And Ronnie's like, no one's containing over there. And
Yeah.
so what's happened is Ron and I, we set up, and Ron is shooting a doorway across a road. And what's funny is he had to get small because he had a window directly on his right that they could shoot into.
Uh-huh.
So he had to get small into like kind of that dead space threshold that you had there between the door and the window where it
Oh, you're
came
talking
out.
about the first building?
Yeah, the first building.
Oh, yeah.
And so, and then you were playing low. Sometimes you'd get low and you were shooting across, and I had you right. And then what's funny is we had this guy, Ryan, and he was holding it down. He was in a Rebel X-Wing
Costume.
fighter suit.
Yeah.
And he was over there, and I'm like, hey, you hold these down. Make sure no one comes in our left. And then he like dipped out for a second. I don't know where he went. And I went to go look. And this is how outnumbered we were. I went to go look, and there's a guy, you know, the old like cage for batting at the baseball field right there.
Yeah. There was a guy walking through there.
Yeah, he was sit up posted on our base. He was all the way back there. And I was like, no. I just like rip him up. And I'm like, all right, I smoked that dude. We're left is clear.
Basically what Hal like Hal's saying is like when you spawn, you get like there like we respawned into like this barrack.
Yeah.
And in this barrack, like literally you're 10 feet away from where you're spawning, like where you're starting the game. And there were guys already like camping
Back
our
there.
spawn,
Yeah.
you know, and it was rough to start the game, but yeah, I mean, dude,
we probably shot out. I mean, what, 30, 40 people?
Yeah, I mean,
dude, it was a massacre.
We're trying our hardest.
Well, and what's funny is I was holding that right, and we had a few first strike rounds.
Yeah.
Ripping. And I look at you and I'm like, hey, first strike. And you're like, no, it's just bouncing. It's cold. I said, no, look at the ground, and the fins are on the ground.
Yeah, and I'm
you're
like, oh God.
You're like, oh no. And then we had a guy with the
literally the first 10 minutes in, and I'm like, great, we got to deal with the first strike guys. So like Hal and I might end up picking up some first strike guns just to fight
Rip
back.
it.
Yeah.
Rip it, dude. Well, I'm gonna let you be the sniper. I mean, I'm probably gonna get, let's be honest, I'm probably gonna get a first strike. I sent you a
You're probably gonna get like
$1,600.
3 of them. What are you talking
I sent you a
about?
$1,600 first strike sniper, and I'm like, hey, hear me out.
Dude, you're gonna go in, dude, and you're gonna be like, look, I bought all of them, one for every single one of us.
Dude, could you imagine how bad we could just work people over with those?
Yeah, could be nice.
It'd be pretty nasty. But anyway, so that happens. Ron and I hold it down. We're in there for what, 20, 30 minutes with 6 pods?
Yeah.
And I was fighting this shield. This guy had a riot shield.
Yeah.
And I was fighting him on the cross.
No, fighting those guys. You just get frustrated shooting at them. They're just a decoy, bro.
Yeah. Well, that's it. I would shoot at him a little bit, put him in, and then I would work the people over at the car and the trees. And we really, truly held it down over there. And then Ryan also ran out of paint, that guy that was holding it down with us. And I'm like, Ron, I'm out. And you were like, yeah, I'm out. And we just kind of stood in there for a little bit because we had no one else over there, and we made them like shoot at us. And like,
that's we had we had a few guys come in and then take our spot, but I don't
Yeah.
think they realized. Man, like they had no idea what we were trying to say. Like, hey, hold this. We're gonna go refill and come back. And they were like, I'm like, never mind, dude. Then one of them
We're
gets
gonna lose
shot
it.
as we're explaining this. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Yeah. And so
Anyway,
so
yeah.
we go out, and this was the funny part. I was like, y'all are like, I'm gonna go out and around the back. I was like, no, I'm going out the front. And y'all are
Yeah.
like, you were like, yeah, I'm staying behind you
Yeah.
then. And we walked out. I don't think we got shot walking out.
No one's gonna
No,
shoot us.
it was pretty
You're
cool.
fine.
They let us out.
Oh,
and-
that's not true. Remember, some guy did shoot us when we were walking past them. He just started came out blazing and blasting.
Yeah, that's right. We got ripped up.
Or maybe he shot somebody in front of us. Something like that.
I don't know, but it was yeah, that was fun. First part of the day to start it off. Just I mean, I mean literally like 30 or 40 of them. So is what we ended up getting out in that one run. It was a blast. And then so we head out and we go back to fill and get some water and whatever, put some more air in, get all topped off. And we come back and I'm like, Jackson comes in, Omari comes in, and we're all sitting there. And I'm like, hey, we need to get a game plan together. I was like, it's time to go tactical on these guys. They're all focused on this side. I was like, we need to put a flank on them and shoot and scoot. I was like, we shoot them up and then we keep moving up and put pressure. Right. So we snuck through, cleared out the mess hall.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when we came up along the side of all those people at the road on their side.
Yeah, basically, like for the people who are listening and watching, like we basically just went straight through the middle and then just got around. Like we got through like their entire offense, and we were just sideways with all these guys. So we were popping through windows, cranking dudes, fucking, moving forward, cranking other dudes. Hal's cranking 2 dudes at once. It was crazy, dude. He was just cranking them. And yeah, I was setting up picks for Hal, and he was like, they were shooting at me and rapping. And I'm like, Hal's running through the building, shooting that. So it was some crazy shit.
Well, and that was the first time we went and hit them from the side like that, hit them on the flank, and we came through. And that was a lot of fun. We were just like picking them up left and right. Like it was awesome, right? We shot out a few stormtroopers.
Mm-hmm.
And
I didn't shoot a stormtrooper. You might have.
Oh, I ripped up. There was 2 of them together, and I gave them the Riddle McSkittle on that one.
It's okay. Stormtroopers don't have good aim, so
they don't. They had no idea I was there, and that was when I was in that bush, and I was like, crawling. Dude, they were whipping through that like. It's like a laid down bush that's been cut, so it's kind of a bunker almost, and had a little window, and I'm like, oh. I was like, I've been had. And I'm like, I get down and I'm like crawling to the other side to rap on them. And that's when you came up to the car and you were just dicing them up there. And we cleared it out. And it was you and Jackson holding it down at that car in that like little hedgerow. And then I was like, hey, I'm going to go punch this building. I was like, I'm going to go clear them out. And Omari was like, hey, I'm coming with you. I was like, heck yeah, let's get these guys. So we roll up in this, and I'm like just going through the doorway shooting, which is awful tactic. But I was like, it's paintball, so you can have a little fun and risk a little. And I'm just like, bop, 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 bop. And they shot me up. I shot one out. And then the other guy didn't shoot, came out point blank out the doorway and smoked Omari in the goggles and cracked his push lens. Like split it all the way through both layers. And so now there was a manhunt for this guy to get chronoed.
Which is crazy because I bunkered a guy too, and I also cracked his flex lens.
Yeah.
So I gotta say something.
I know.
You were hold on, you were gung-ho about this guy who
was.
cracked Amari's lens, but then when you hear I did it, you're like, oh, okay. So the guy from the Wild Things, I'm gonna get you a lens. Just remind me next time I see you.
Nice guy.
I'm gonna attribute it to the paint and it being cold and us being out there for so long because we were chronoing at like what was the chrono?
275
270.
max.
That's what I'm saying. So, nature of the shell of the ball and
Cold.
nature of it's just the cold. Not saying the paintballs are frozen, but the shells are thicker because it's winter fill. So they're gonna smack, and they're gonna hurt. They hurt.
They clap.
Yeah.
Winter mix claps. It's not fun.
Which is why the ball is like it's just denser,
Yeah.
I think
and so
that's probably the science, right?
Yes. Science.
Yeah.
But so that shook down, right? And then shortly after, did we all go in after that and refill after that push? I think so.
Something like that. I want to say
because Omari cracked, so we went in because it was a safety issue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so him and I went in. You and Jackson rolled in a little later. We lost Nick. Don't know where Nick went.
I think Nick was always on like a different rotation than us sometimes. Like he would be with us, but then something would happen, or we would leave and he'd still be out there. Or, I don't know. He did have a gun issue though too. I think I don't know, but. Regardless, I mean, the first half of the day was a blast. And then, halftime, we got to do the chili cook-off. Now, Hal's from Texas, right? So he's got a strong opinion about chili, and he made sure everybody heard it. And he talked about how, I mean, what's the rule, Hal, with chili?
It's if you put beans in it, it is stew.
Okay. So if there's beans in there, it was stew. And then when we went to go judge, Hal was the only person who judged the entire cook-off wrong. So we were supposed to judge it in order of like, or you're supposed to give it points, like 1 through 5.
1 through 5. I was like
making
1, 7.
Hal's out here ranking them 1 through 7 or something.
Well,
and then we get to the numbers and we're like, that one got a 1, dude. Like that one was really good. And you were just like, what are you talking about? So, but yeah, again, the vlog's going to cover the chili cook-off, the intro of the day, and then second half of the day, again, being outnumbered, we were just getting cooked, and we actually got more people this time. So it was like 40 to 84 or something, still double our numbers. But, at one point there was a guy walking to our base from the other team.
We were spawning back in.
Yeah. And we were going to spawn back in, and we were like, I asked the ref, I go, hey, this guy's like literally like, what do I do? And he's like, I would run back to your base and spawn in before he gets to your base. I'm like, okay. So me and Hal start sprinting,
No, you got in front of me. I was like, I'm going to watch this dude.
Yeah.
And I stayed behind him. You ran to the base. And then.
And then we turn around and he grabbed one of our flags. And I guess if you grab a flag, there's like a big flag and then there's like a small flag, but you're supposed to grab the small flag. The big flags were just decoration.
Yeah.
He grabs our big flag. Like we're talking about
it's like 8 foot tall.
Yeah, it's like the size of me, like me on Hal's shoulders. He picks this flag up, right? And he's taking it back to his base. And I'm like, everyone's just, all of our teammates are talking and hanging out and talking about missions. I'm like, that guy's stealing our flag. And then Hal just pulls his gun up and rips him in the back. And the guy gets shot. And then we're all like, that guy's stealing our flag. And everyone looks at us. And they just go back to what they were doing. And I'm like, what am I in the Twilight Zone?
Well, and then go ahead.
Well, then Hal just starts running this guy down, and the guy's like has the flag in the air, and he goes, oh, well, and he just starts going back to his base. And if he brings that flag back to his base, that means he drops our entire spawn. They get a bunch of points. And Hal just torches him in the back again. And he goes, hey, stop. And the guy's like, well, I don't know. No one was going to stop me. I was just going to keep going. He's like, I respect that. And then he grabbed our flag and brought it back. So
dude, I ripped him, dude. I gave him the juice.
Yeah, that was funny.
That was hilarious. And then
I don't have a lot of this on camera. I only have like a few bits and pieces, but
I'm gonna be better about bringing mine too.
Yeah,
I think I found out a good system.
I'm gonna be better about making sure mine's charged.
That helps.
Because like I'll be in the thick of it, and I have that Insta360, and it's great. But I'll be in the thick of it, and I'll just have it recording, and there's nothing going on, right? And then I'll be like, "Crap, I need to like conserve battery." But then I turn it off, and then something happens. So
every time,
Yeah, I need to. It's right here, actually. I need to actually
stick.
utilize it with this pod on there because it holds a ton of battery
Mhm.
versus use this mode, which is like tiny and nice, but it's only good for speedball because the points aren't as long.
Yeah.
With this, I could have all the battery in the world and just have it mounted on my head.
Yeah. And I think we talked about finding a better way where we don't get as much loader shots from the
Yeah.
GoPro.
Yeah,
But
I mean it's just difficult. It's difficult.
Yeah.
I think going into that thing, I think finding a way to I think barrel cam is probably better unless you do head cam and you tilt your gun sideways or you go really high with the head cam like we were saying, but
yeah,
yeah, I don't know.
that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put a extension arm
Yeah.
to it and lift it a
Try her
little.
out.
Yeah, give it a rip.
Yep.
So after that, what was super fun was it was you, me, Nick, Omari at this point.
Mhm.
I think Jackson was there too. Well, they started pushing up that right side in the Ho Chi Minh Trail,
Mhm.
and they were coming through that wood line at the border. And we're like, yo, we need to get to the right, clear that out, and work the rest of the section. And then we get back there, and we have a couple guys over there, and like rounds are flying. They're like, hey, there's 2 guys here. So you and Jackson split from Omari and I, and y'all kind of wrap that. Y'all are on the inside as if we were on the outside of the trail, right? And we're still like communicating and talking through everything and figuring it out. But then, so we start working these guys over, and I figured out I was kind of at a spot because the octagon got really hot really quick.
Yeah.
And so you and I were like, hey, we got to stop this push because it can get ugly super quick. So we come over there, and you and I kind of end up linking up. We get some side shots into the trail. Those guys get out, and then you and I link up. And dude, the air was just ripping, being a
my
menace
gun?
to society.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
The air
Yeah.
was just a menace to society. Ronnie had
Where's
it.
she at?
Ronnie had the semi uncapped on and was letting her buck. It was
I'll
awesome.
say one thing about this gun that Ryan Moorhead got right was this trigger. And the method guys, like, I mean, it's just right out of the box. He had this thing set up crispy and on semi uncapped. This thing was crazy.
Oh, dude, it was nuts. I was like, I'm jealous. I was like, I want my Timmy, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can get that idle to rip too, so it's just
yeah,
it's a lot of practicing as a kid with a pencil, going like this on the table like that.
Yeah, right.
So,
but
yeah, I miss semi. I miss uncapped semi. That stuff was fun.
Yeah, dude, it was that had to have been a cool era to belong in.
Yeah.
So Ronnie rolls up to these like 3-stack railroad ties. They're only about 3 feet tall, maybe.
Yeah, they were way too short, and the snow made it seem like they were taller.
Yeah, and it's like Ronnie was getting shot at, and you would just see the snow freaking like.
Yeah, it makes you think that the snow is part of the bunker, and then you're in there, and then the snow just like it's smoky in the head because the snow they just shoot the snow, and it's just, not a deal.
No, it was not. But we were over there, and it was funny as crap. You want to tell them about one of the missions that was brought upon you?
What mission?
Matt, Eagle Scout. What did he tell someone? Part of a mission that was rolling in our squad.
Oh, he told Nick from our team to throw a snowball at me, and then he would get a prop for points. So I got cooked by a snowball from Nick, and then I turn around, and Nick's just like, "It was a mission. It was a mission. Don't shoot me." And I was gonna shoot him, but
rip him alive. I was like, I was watching him run up to you. I was like, what the hell's going on? And
so for the people who don't understand how the points work, like there's just a list, like a laundry list of missions and all these different props and stuff that you need to get to give your team points along, like, it's not just shooting people. Shooting people allows you to get missions done. There's objectives that you need to get done and props on the field that you need to bring back to your base to get those points to win. And again, we've talked about it before on the other podcasts with the ladies about the big game, and maybe even before that. But the biggest thing is just, understanding those if you really want to like try to win, the big game. But yeah, 100%. Small things like that will add up. But yeah, it's pretty fun.
Yeah, it was funny. But at one point in time, so I was off to your right in these bushes, and I had figured out, hey, I can shoot this. And if I don't get wide on it, they can't shoot through this big bush.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, they're just wasting paint. So I was standing there while you scooted up into this wedge. It was like a wedge railroad tie bunker. And those things are so short. If you're not like really hunched down, kneeling, like you're getting ripped up.
Mm-hmm.
We're almost laying down in them too, is what you got to do. But anyways, so Ronnie's in there and we have these guys. We're trying to shoot cross shots. There's this big octagon bunker with windows in it, guys. And if you've never been to Blastcamp, and it's like, if you hold that, man, you can be a menace out of those things because it's really hard to get people out of there.
Yeah.
So Ronnie and I, there's this guy, there was a first strike round at the white wall, and he was backed up by the, he was backed up by someone else with a regular paintball marker. And he was, you shot the first strike out, you got him out, and then I scoot up into that wedge bunker with you, and you and I, Jay Mert got some video of it. Shout out Jay Mert. And Jay Mert, he captured some of our conversations, and you were like, yo, I want to get here. And I was like, dude, I'll suppress them out and we'll hold it down and, get you where you want to go. And we were back there kind of shooting. And then all of a sudden there are just this mass of people that start flooding in from their spawn. And I'm like, you can hear me in the video. I was like, guys, there's a bunch of people coming out of the back, and everyone just starts ripping. That's when I scooted up to you, actually. When that happened. And you and I are back there. I mean, we had to shoot that one poor dude. He wasn't getting off the field. Yeah. But Ronnie and I are both in semi-uncapped, just rolling this dude up. Yeah. And we probably shot him like 20 times.
Maybe. I mean, yeah, maybe.
He wasn't going out. He kept running forward.
Yeah, we gave him the business. I mean, he's got to try.
Yeah.
It was him and his buddy, and we shot both of them.
Oh, we rolled them up. Bless their hearts.
Yeah.
But if you don't put your hand up and start walking away until that happens, I mean, it's coming.
For sure.
I mean, I'm here to wheel and deal.
Yeah.
So we go. So we run out of paint. We all go back, fill up again. And then the chaos was in the last part of the match when we come back in and they are all the way pushed in to the compound, and they're in the big compound building. And there was another guy that came by and was like dead man walking. And Jackson looks at him and goes, you're in front of, you're off to my right. Jackson's behind me, back left. And there's this red team guy walking by us. Jackson's like, you out? And when I turned around, I was like, no, he's not out. He's walking. I was like, I pull up my gun and I just put like 5 in his back.
Yeah.
He ended up shooting Jackson.
Uh-huh.
And another guy right after that was trying to. Ronnie has no idea what's going on. He is focused at the compound. Nope. And so this other guy comes by and is doing the dead man walk. And I'm like, no. And I just pull it up and I just give him the business too. I was like, what in the heck is going on here? They're just trying to walk to the base to get that flag.
It's just too many people for us to handle.
Dude, it was sensory overload was definitely there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and the one funny part was there were these guys like shooting into our spawn. You remember this? When we walked back in, they were shooting into our spawn.
They were hiding. They were hiding behind a hill that, like, if they just popped the top, they saw when we would spawn in.
Yeah,
yeah, because they were behind like a roll of turf, and they were just playing it like a roller.
Yeah, it was quite funny actually. So Ronnie and I had this quick game plan. We're gonna run through this. Did you eat it when you went through the ditch?
I fell a lot. No, I fell a lot.
Oh, dude. Whenever you went to go bunker that one guy, recap to the first half, or no, it was in the second half, beginning of the second half, and we're running. And I'm like, Ronnie, I was like, get over here. I was like, cover me. And I'm running. I am moving. I'm getting to this. Ronnie's covering me, and I'm gonna go take this guy out in the building. And it was
I had the most bonehead plan. He's gonna run right at this guy too. Hal starts running. Hal starts running forward and just falls right on his face. And I'm like, well, I can't stop shooting now. This guy's gonna come out and cook him.
Dude, I felt it. I felt my body go forward, and then I'd try and pick up speed to get my leg back under me. Bro, it was just like.
And you're in the snow, so it's just one of those ones where you're like, that didn't hurt. I'm just in the middle of the open now, and I feel ridiculous.
Yeah, and I was like trying to crawl to this big propane tank.
Yeah, dude.
And Ronnie tells me afterwards, he was like, that was stupid.
Yeah.
He was like, dude, that was dumb.
No strategy. He's like, cover me. I'm like, okay. Falls on his face.
Dude.
Oh, shit.
It was so good. And I'm like, I remember as I'm crawling, I'm like looking around. I'm like, hopefully no one's besides Ronnie saw this.
No, the ref saw it.
Yeah, the ref did. I saw the ref and I was like, oh, he was
probably like, oh my
God. So another fun one. I'll recap to that. So Ronnie and I are going through this ditch, and like it's at the road, and then you step in this ditch, and it's like a 2.5 foot ditch.
But the snow is covering it.
And the snow's covering it, makes it look like it's only like maybe a foot. Ronnie is like, ha ha ha, and just like goes straight into the ditch. And Ronnie's like, that's a ditch. He's like, look out. And so we get through and we push all these people back. We gunfight our way out. And because they were just coming in the masses to try and shoot the spawn and take that flag is what was going on. Mm-hmm. So that was wild. And
had to be there.
Yeah, you just had to be there. It was straight chaos.
Yeah. So moral of the story is, if you get the opportunity, hit up a big game. And whether you're a speedball player or just a normal paintball player, the people who know, they know, and, get into it, like really get into it. Don't just go out there and say, you're just going to shoot people. That's what I used to do. And it was fun, but it's fun to get into it and really like immerse yourself, or don't ever play a big game and get out of our way.
Exactly. So. I will, before we wrap it up, I know we're getting there, but I will say one of my favorite moments is when we made another flank through the woods up the middle, and we came into that building with the huge window in it that was facing it. It's not
second half or first half of the day?
First half. It's in the last first half of the day.
Okay.
And you and Jackson are behind me, and I shoot out two guys in the woods. This is when you alley-ooped me.
Oh, yeah.
And you alley-ooped me for these guys, and they were looking at you, and I went through the woods, rolled those guys, cleared it out, and then you and Jackson, once y'all got clear, y'all came up and around, and I was like, hey, suppress that window. I said, we're going to go take this building. And I roll up, and there was this guy in there, and I go, hey, bang. And he was like, he made
him surrender. I thought you were going to tell that earlier.
I did too, and I forgot.
Yeah, so Hal surrendered a guy.
Yeah, so that was fun. And he looks at me and he goes, he's maybe like 4 or 5 feet away from me.
Yeah.
And look in the opposite direction. And I was just like, hey, bang. He goes, oh, dude, thank you so much for not lighting me up. And I was like, yeah, no problem, dude. And Ron was like, I would have cooked it.
Definitely.
So no, it was a great time. Can't thank you enough.
Yeah.
Went out and had, as always, Ronnie.
Oh, this is way more exciting. Okay. The Hal's first deep dish pizza experience. Okay.
Real deep dish, real
So
Chicago.
Listen, everyone's got their favorite. Mine's Lou Malnati's, and everywhere else sucks. So
Yes.
You haven't had it, so you wouldn't know. You could have formed. You're just forming a biased opinion because I said Lou Malnati's is the greatest.
Dude, I had it. Go ahead. It was the best pizza I've ever had.
Here's the thing though. Like, everyone gives deep dish a bad rap, and like, I don't particularly like choose deep dish. I like Tavern. I like New York, but man, like lately, I don't know what it is. I've been embracing it. God, dude, Lou's like just original deep dish with the lean sausage. We put some cup pepperoni, some olives, and we had them well done, extra crispy. Beautiful.
Dude, what was the hot jar? The hot
Jardinera
on the side. Jardinera, yeah. We got hot jardinera on the side.
Yeah, you dip your pizza in and you get some of that on top. You take it's just, and then we didn't eat all day really, so we were like, let's just go in, right? So Hal's out here. He's like, okay, we're gonna get wings. We're gonna do this. What else we get? We got something else.
Crispy mozzarella.
Yeah, something like that, like mozzarella, like bites or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then I'm like, dude, Hal, when you get this pizza, you're gonna be full. And he's like, no. And he's like, yeah, I know. Just don't worry, we're gonna destroy this. And then comes and he's like, no. He eats one. He's like, we're eating this whole thing. I'm like, we're not. Homie eats the second slice. Doesn't even get halfway through. He goes, oh, okay, maybe this was too much. Maybe I shouldn't have got the wings. And then I'm just sitting there. I'm like, I told you, dude, I'm experienced. I know this. Like, after the second bite of like the second slice, you're done.
Yeah.
Well, we're on the way home and I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden I'm like,
Ronnie got hungry.
I'm like, I got hungry again. So then I was eating a slice while I was driving, third slice. And then like I get back home and I eat like a fourth slice almost. I got hungry, dude. I don't know. It just came out of nowhere.
You sent the next day after you dropped me off at the airport.
I came back and I ate the rest.
You sent me a picture and you were like, dude. And I was like, oh man, I could crush one of those right now.
I'm a big deep dish Lou Malnati's fan.
Dude, and it's not.
But I'm just a pizza guy.
Yeah.
I think I'm just a pizza guy.
Me too. But like, I don't like the crust where it's like all crust and then, I mean, that's okay every once in a while, but deep dish, a real deep dish, it's thin crust on the bottom, a lot of good. And then they put the butter? It was butter crust.
Butter crust is what they do. That's why it's my favorite.
Dude, crush.
So everyone's notions of deep dish is like, they're like, yeah, it's just like too thick or that's not pizza, yada, yada. Like, I can't explain, but Lou's is not like that. It's, I just can't explain.
Well, I was totally expecting the deep dish when you go to like Papa John's or whatever, you get a deep dish and it's all crust.
And like a saucy mess.
It's saucy mess. It's like an inch and a half of crust. And then it's like, oh, I just paid for a bunch of dough.
Yeah.
Right. But you go to Lou's and they cook it in this pan with a thin crust. It's super crunchy crust from top to bottom. And I mean, dude, fire, dog. I want some Illuminati's right now.
I've been really strict with my diet lately, but man, does that sound good?
Dude, I know. Me too. I've been doing good.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, I would go blow my week's worth of calories. And then when we got there, I was like, you're like, oh, you and I are going to get a medium. And I'm like, medium? I was like, I'm hungry. I was like, medium.
Good.
And you were like,
medium's good for two people.
Yeah. And I didn't believe him. I was like, no way, dude. I was like, no. And then it came out and I was like, I was a slice and a half in. I was like, oh, we're in trouble, Ron. We're taking this home.
Lou's fucks, dude.
And the crispy Parmesan or mozzarella, whatever we had, those were amazing.
Yeah, those were good too. Yeah, they were like these little, like almost like a ravioli style piece of bread with cheese in them. It was great. And I still need to take you to a good ramen spot out here. Every time we've been trying, I just haven't really pulled through. So I got to make a reservation.
Yeah, we just missed the reservation. Anytime we show up, it's like, or we go to make a reservation, it's like, oh, 9:00 at night, like,
Yeah.
10:00.
Yeah.
And you're like, dude, I'm ready to crush. So we gotta, I mean, the next time we go, it's Oshaval the first night. It's got to be Luz the second, and then
No.
Ron.
I'm going to be 158 pounds heavier after those 3 days.
It'll be great though.
We'll just do a food tour.
Dude, I am down. Ron's food tour guide service.
Well, so there is a section in the vlog called Ron's Reviews, so we could try some new spots too.
Ooh.
And we could do old spots that I like.
Yeah. So, and then we got
tune into the vlogs.
Dude, get the vlogs going, big dog. We're gonna have some food reviews,
Hell yeah.
Dude. Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
But cool. Brother, real quick before we hop off, you want to throw a sprinkle of life advice to people's way?
Yeah, I always see this part of the vlog or the podcast, and I feel like I've left a few. I don't remember what I left last time.
Doesn't matter. Lay it on.
I know, but I don't want to repeat it. I want it to be new and fresh.
Yeah, but if it hits, it hits, dog, and people might need to hear that reiteration of it.
Yeah, I mean, I think a big one that resonates with me right now is that there's people in your life that you could appreciate, and they're there for the long haul, and there's people in your life who, you'll see in time when the pressure comes if they're really your true friends. So, choose your friends wisely and be careful who you're allowing your energy to be affected by, because you want a good place for that energy to be, and you don't want that place to be wasted. So there's a lot of people out there who are energy vampires, so try to weed out the ones that are, and be I guess grateful for the ones who aren't.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So with that being said, make sure Ronnie's been dropping some really good vlog stuff. He dropped.
I'm trying, dude. I'm trying.
Dude, gang, dog. Ronnie's been dropping the. He dropped the heat practice.
Yeah, the first practice of the year.
Yeah.
I got the big game coming up. I have I did a drill session with Cody Mikowski, and did some questions and answers with him, so guys could get to know him a little better. It's kind of under the radar. Guys always off of social media, so got a lot of good stuff coming up, and we have our first official practice, before the event coming up. So I'm just trying to get everything situated for that. But also, I have a lot of content I want to do, like what's in my gear bag for this year, and all these other things. So I'm excited for the season to come, and I'm just going to try to pump out content as much as I can. I haven't really been posting on Insta as much as I'd like, but I've been busy.
Dude, for sure. Yeah, no, you've been at it. And two things. Lone Wolf Paintball. Don't forget.
LoneWolfPaintball.com.
Yes.
Get all your paintball goods there, all your videos on paintball on their YouTube channel. We're going to be doing a collab video soon. Hopefully in the next week or two, about the best marker for your budget, so like an entry level, a mid level, and then the best in the game. And we got a lot coming up. So,
and then if you notice, if you make it to the end of this, look at I don't know if anybody knew tonight, Ron, but we had a double D's tonight.
Oh, right here.
Oh yeah, that guy over there. You see that guy? Oh man.
Yep.
So
it's weird to look at and see my face in the background.
It's funny. It's like you're always watching. Sick. Well, thanks for tuning in, Ronnie. Thank you so much as always for coming on. You were obviously one of the rowdy ones. And stay
Big games are fun.
Yeah, big games are fun. Oh, and I do have the special treat is coming tomorrow. And
you got a special treat?
I do. You have your own personal Rowdy Ones jersey.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, dude, I'm super excited.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. We're also going to, if you listen to this and got this far, when we hit 500 followers on Instagram. We are at 374, 375 right now. When we hit 500, we're going to draw one lucky winner to have their own customized jersey, Rowdy Ones jersey. So
Cool.
make sure to tune in. Also, we'll be, I'll ship you yours when I get it. And thank you so much, everyone. And I hope you all have a blessed evening. Peace.
Hey, man. Peace.
Well, the whiskey's low and the story's all done, but we sure had ourselves some fun. From tall tales told to the last good pun, you've been rolling with the Rowdy Ones. Thanks for listening, y'all.